So today we will see your what if analysis tools. In that what if analysis tools, you have three parts, that is scenario manager, next you have goal seek and data table. So before going to start that, first I'll tell you what is meaning of this what if analysis tools. In this what if analysis tools, there are having the same objects. So for that, there are two different sets of data on the same subject. It means only one data is there. For that, in that having the different scenarios in the same data sheet. In this, we will see the scenario manager. It is important for the, it is important tool for what purpose? This what if is the question to find out the different scenarios. So how to do the what if scenario that we will see. So for that, just click on spreadsheet. In the spreadsheet, we have to take one example. That will be any example. In your textbook, they have given the different bank example, the different scenarios. Here I will take the example, that is your student amount. So here I will take as your student amount or else here I'll give as instead of student amount I'll give the student fees. Next I'll give you the time period. Then I'll take your rate of interest, and for that rate of interest I have to find out the simple interest. So what I'll do is I'll write here simple interest. This simple interest I have to find out with the help of formula. First I'll take the student fee if it is 60,000. Time period it is, if it is 1 year. Rate of interest of that if it is 16,000. Then here we have to find out the simple interest for that. So to find out the simple interest, we have to write the formula. The formula is equal to, in the brackets we have to write the different cell reference. As you know the cell reference, this my value where it is present, that cell reference we have to write. So this student fee, it is present in my with column and first row. So we have to write this B1. This is present in with column and second row. So we have to write in B2 and B3. So we have to write the formula, that is equal to B1 into B2 into B3. Close the bracket. Why I am taking this B1 into B2 into B3? Because where that all the values are present, that value I have to multiply here. Okay, so I written here B1 into B2 into B3. You have to divide this with 100. Whenever you are writing this B1, B2, B3, this you have to write the cell reference where that all the values are present. Now here these values are present in my B1 cell reference, B2 and B3. If suppose sometimes if that is present in cell C, then you have to write where that is present, that is if that is present in C, then you have to write that cell reference name. You all understood about the formula how to write?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next just press enter. You will get the answer of simple interest. Okay. Like this you have to find out the simple interest. If you are writing your own value, then whenever you are finding the what if scenario, that time your answer will be get wrong and it will show the error. So you have to find out with the help of formula, that is your simple interest. So just press enter. Now you want to find out the scenarios for that. Instead of creating in multiple sheets, I'll create the different scenario in only one sheet. Okay. So to create the different scenarios, just select the data which you created. Just click on tools option from the menu bar. Just click on scenarios. Here what you want to give the name for that scenario. You have to give the name of scenario. Now, this is my simple interest is 9,60,000 and here the student fee is 60,000. So, for that rate of interest is 16,000. Okay, I want to give the name of this scenario. So, I'll give here as scenario 1. I'll give the name as scenario 1. Just I'll click on OK. Now, here you can see the scenario is visible over here. Now, if I want to create the multiple scenario, now if I want to change here rate of interest from, or else I want to change the student fees from 60,000 to, I want to make as 7,000 and the rate of interest is as it is. If I'll change the student fees, automatically the simple interest will get changed. Again, if I want the one more scenario here, then how you did the previously, you just select this one, just click on your tools option. From tools, you have to select the scenarios. Here, if you want to change the name of that scenario, previously which I gave as scenario 1, here I want to give the scenario 2. I'll change the name here, click on OK. If I'll see here, this is my scenario 2 and this is my scenario 1. So like this, you can create the multiple scenarios. Even again, if you want to change here from 70,000, 7,000, if you want to make 70,000, just make it. If you want to make it 7 lakh, you just make it 7 lakh. Again, if after changing the 7 lakh, again the simple interest value will get changed. Okay, why it is come as E over here? Because it get converted in the exponential format. Again, if you want to change the scenario, you just select this, click on tools. From tools, you just select the scenarios. Here, change the name of that scenario. Till now, I make scenario 1 and scenario 2. You just make here scenario 3. Click on OK. As if I'll see here, you can able to see these different scenarios which you created. This is the different scenarios we can make with the help of this scenario option. So in this, the what if is the question to find out the different scenarios. If you want to change the different data sheets, if I'll changing the rate of interest, then automatically it will change the simple interest. If I'll changing the student fees, it will change the simple interest. So instead of doing in different sheets, we can do that in only one sheet with the help of this scenario option. That is the use of this what if scenario. So you all understood about this scenario, what is the use of that?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt in this?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So the next is in this, you have goal seek. Okay. Before going to start creation of goal seek, what do you mean by this goal seek? Okay. Now, suppose if you want to set a goal and if you want to find out the target of that. Okay. First, you want the goal means, as I told in your previous class, suppose if you after your 10th standard, either you want to going to choose the PU or else you want to choose your diploma or else in business side. It depends on you. It depends on your goal which are selecting. Okay. So for that means if you want to take the admission in after 10th standard, if you want to take the admission in PU or degree. So for that you are setting a goal for that. Like that, suppose if student fee is 7 lakh, what will be my simple interest will be? Okay, so like that we have to find out here. It is not only this example. You can set the goal like if suppose if you are taking the loan from the bank, that is 50,000. What will be the EMI for that afterwards? Okay, that you have to set the goal before that only. That is nothing but your goal seek. You have to set your goal. So the same example I'll copy this and in one more sheet I'll just take this one. Okay, with the same example I'll find out the goal seek. To find out the goal seek from your spreadsheet, just have to select this everything. Just click on your tools option. From this tools option, as you can see here, the goal seek option is there. Just click on this goal seek. In the formula cell, you have to shrink the value. Now this is important. See, you have to shrink the value in formula cell. That is your simple interest value. Shrink it from here. In variable cell, you have to shrink the value of your first row, that is your student fees. Shrink the value. Now as you can see here, the target value. As I told you, if you want to take the loan from the bank, you want to know what is the EMI for that. So before that only you have to set your goal. So like that, if I'll set here the target value, that is 70,000, then what will be my simple interest will be? If suppose if I am changing here my target value, that is rate of interest is 70,000, then what will be my simple interest will be? To see that, you just have to click on OK, click on S. As you can see here, if my simple interest is 70,000, then the student fee is what? 437.5. That means rate of interest also it will change, that is 16,000. Like that you have to do the goal seek. For that you have to set the goal, in the sense you have to find you have to set your own target value. That will be anything. It depends on you which target value you have to choose. Understood this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt you have in goal seek?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Next comes, that is data table. Okay. So data table, in this you can see the different results by altering an inputs in your same formula. In the sense, in this data table, there are having the multiple operations. You have to insert the row value and column value. In the sense, suppose if I'll return the row value and I want the simple interest of that, then it will give you the directly simple interest. Suppose if I return in column the value, it will give you that simple interest of that column. So instead of this, if I'll return here 1000, here 2000 and here 3000. So now I want this column wise. Okay. So I want to choose the multiple operations for that. So what you have to do is, you just have to select this. Just click on your tools option. From data, you have to choose multiple operations. So now here my 1000 is there, 2000 is there, 3000 is there. Now I want to set for this, I want simple interest for this. So how to find out the simple interest with the help of this multiple operations? So what you have to do, just click on data. From data you choose the multiple operations. Here as you can see, here it will ask the formula for that. So here in formula you have to choose the simple interest value. You have to shrink this value. This is present in column wise. So what you have to do, in column cell you have to shrink this value. After shrinking this value, just have to click on this OK. So it will give you the simple interest value which we chosen over here. This it will gives us in the column wise. If you want this in row wise, suppose here 1000, 2000, 3000. If I want this in row wise, then we have to select this one. Just click on tools. From tools, you just from data, you have to select the multiple operations. Here in formulas, you have to shrink the value of your simple interest which you want to choose. Just shrink it. In row, you have to take that value. You have to select that cells. After selecting, just click on OK. It will give you the simple interest value. Understood this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next comes solver. So what I'll do is, solver and goal seek both are same. Both we are doing same. Only difference in solver it is, there are having in solver, it deals with the equations with multiple unknown variables. In the sense, there are having multiple unknown variables. Goal seek and solver, whenever we are performing or whenever we are creating in the spreadsheet, both it will be looks like same, but when as if I'll see the equations, there are having multiple unknown variables. So I will take the same example for that. I'll just copy this, I'll paste it here. Now if you want to perform the solver in this, you just have to select this, just click on your tools option. From the tools option, just take this solver, and as you can see here, from this here you have to choose the target cell. In target cell you have to shrink the value. As I told you, you have to shrink simple interest value. Just shrink it here. Here in value you have to write your own target value. As I told you, goal-seek and solver both are same. Here also you have to set the goal, and in goal-seek also you have to set the goal. So for that you want the target value, you have to choose your own target value. It depends on you how much target value you want to choose. So here I'll take as 80,000 as my target value. If I'll changing this value, in by changing cells, what you want to change? Okay, so I want to change the student fees, so I'll shrink that value over here. This 80,000, here it is 7 lakh is there. From 7 lakh I want to change this 80,000 in my student fees, so I'll shrink this value by changing cell, that is student fees. After doing that, just click on solve option, just click on keep result. So here as you can see, if my simple interest is 80,000, then the student fee is 500. This goal-seek and solver both are same, but the only difference is that whenever in solver we are creating the solver, that time whatever the equations are there, it will be unknown for us, that variables. Understood about the solver?
Yes, ma'am.
How to create the solver in spreadsheet, you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
It is not like that you have to take only the student fees example. You can take the principal amount example also, or else you can take the bank example. You can take your own means your marks, that is report card of any standard you can take, that is 8th standard, 9th standard report card, and you can solve this goal-seek and solver. It is not like that you have to take the same example. Is that clear to all?
Yes, ma'am.
But whenever you are finding the simple interest, with the help of formula you have to solve. If I'll return directly your own value, you will not able to find out this all goal-seek and solver. Any doubt you have in this?
No, ma'am.
On your page number 169, assessment time is there. You have to solve this assessment time. You just, with the help of pencil, just take down the answers. Don't write in your notebook. Okay, I'll give you the question answers which you have to write in the notebook. This completes your session 1 from the unit 2. Any doubt you have in your session 1?
No, ma'am.
You all understood about the consolidation,
Yes, ma'am.
subtotals?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You all understood theory as well as practical? Or any doubt you have? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
In theory also they will ask, you see, if it is MCQ questions also, they will ask the questions from consolidation, subtotal, solver, goal-seek. They'll ask the MCQ questions also, as well as this subjective type questions also they will ask. If it is a MCQ questions, they will ask the questions like from the textbook only. They'll ask the definition, either they'll ask how to create that steps, where to go, which tab we are going to choose for that. Now I did the goal-seek. Okay, so for goal-seek, what I did, I choose this tools tab. So they will ask which tab we have to use to choose the goal-seek and all. If you want to find out the solver, then which tab I'm going to use. So these are the different tabs like tools, data and all. If you want to perform the consolidation, I use this data tab. If I want to find out subtotals also, I use this data tab. So they will ask the different tabs also in MCQ questions. So you just solve this. If you have any doubt or any difficulty, just tell me in the next class. First try to find out the answers of all this. Okay. I'll give you the theory questions as well as the practical questions which you have to write in both the books as per your exam. Now next, in session 2 we are going to see how to insert the multiple sheets, how to rename the sheets, how to change the cell reference with the help of your keyboard and mouse. After that we will see how to insert the hyperlink. It is from with the help of email, then news, that I already explained in the previous class. But again I'll explain. This linking data and spreadsheet, in that first we will see setting up the multiple sheets. How in your Excel sheet, that is Microsoft Excel, how you are inserting the multiple sheets, like that same thing you have to insert the sheets. Now for sometimes you want to work on so many sheets and you want to insert the multiple sheets. Okay, that time you want to insert the sheets, that time how you are doing? How to insert the multiple sheets? Either you are inserting from the insert tab, or else at the last bottom you have the different sheets. Just right click in that, you can see insert sheet is there. It will ask you the number of sheets, how many sheets you want to insert, that is on how many sheets you want to work. You can insert multiple sheets over here. So I'll enter the 5 sheets I want. Just click on OK. It will give you the different sheets over here. Now if you want to rename the sheets, just right click on that particular sheet. Just click on rename sheet. You can change the name here of that sheet. Just click on OK. Your sheet name will get changed. If you want to delete that sheet, just right click and delete sheet. Just click on S. It will get delete over there. So this is all about setting up multiple sheets, how to insert the multiple sheets, and how to rename and delete the sheets. Now next thing is you have to create the cell reference with the help of keyboard and mouse. Sometimes you don't want to use mouse, that time you are going to use the keyboard, and that what you are doing, you are creating the cell reference with the help of either keyboard or else mouse. So how to create that? So now here I'll take one example, that is your student example. I'll write your name and here I'll add here I'll take the subject and here I'll add the marks. So you are entering with the help of keyboard. Now I want to find out, only I'll take here Shreya's marks. Here I'll take all subject. Hindi or it is Kannada. Next, I'll add marks here, that is 40, 35. Suppose if it is UT, here it is 25. Now, I want to add the total marks of this. So, what I want to do, I want to add this all the marks. So, for that, I want to write the formula. As you know how to do the, how to find out the sum of this all, what will be the formula if I want to write the formula of that. Instead of using AutoSum function, if I want to write with the help of formula, if I want to add this all, what I have to write? What is the function?
Some subtotal.
Yeah, instead of using subtotals, if I want to write with the help of formula, how to write? From 1st to 9th standard, you have done that.
40 plus 35.
Yeah, either you can add all the values, or with the help of cell reference, if I want to write directly, we can use is equal to sum in brackets. This math is present in my C column and 3rd row. So it is from C3 to, it is present in C8. So I can write directly the cell reference C3 to C8. So this, whatever the formula is there, that I am writing with the help of my keyboard. So this is the cell reference I am going to write with the help of keyboard, that is using a keyboard. Now I got this 209. This formula I written with the help of keyboard. I don't want to write that formula with the help of keyboard. I want for that with the help of mouse, I want to add this all from C3 to C8. I want to select with the help of mouse. So what I have to do is, I have to just, with the help of mouse, I have to just select all this value. So here the directly C3 to C8 will come. That is, I am selecting the cell reference with the help of, that is, mouse. So all understood about how to create the cell reference with the help of keyboard and mouse?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt you have in this?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. So now I'll show you one more. If you want to create the cell reference in two different sheets, okay, that time what you have to do, just wait, I'll delete this everything. Okay, here I'll take 123 and the same 123 I want that in sheet 10. Here I written 123 in sheet 11. I want that same thing in sheet 10 without writing that number. So what I'll do is, I'll just write here equal to sign. I'll go to my sheet 11. Just I'll select this. I'll just click on this my asset button. Here automatically that equal to sign, what it is there, that it will change to that number which I give. This is also how to give the cell reference. That is one more option. Understood this one?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you want to write with the help of your keyboard, where you have 123 and where is your equal to sign, there you can write the formula. If I'll click with the help of mouse, directly it will show the formula here. But if you want to write that with the help of keyboard, you can write where that 123 is present. As you can see, this is present in my sheet 11. So whenever you are writing, you have to write is equal to sheet 11 and in which cell reference it is present. So that you have to write. As you can see here, it is present in with column and 6th row, that is B6 cell reference. So you have to write is equal to sheet 11 because it is present in sheet 11 dot B6 because it is present in B6 cell reference. This is with the help of your keyboard. You are typing the formula with the help of keyboard. So you are giving the cell reference with the help of your keyboard, and whenever you are selecting with the help of equal to sign and all, that is with the help of your mouse. Understood this one?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next thing is about your hyperlink. Okay. So now suppose if you want to take any link, if you want to insert any link, and through that link directly if you want to go to that next page, that time you are going to insert this hyperlink. Sometimes whenever you are creating the sheets, now suppose if you want to create the sheet, okay. Now suppose if you are creating here your record, why it is hanging? Now suppose if you are creating the record here, that is your student's record, okay, and in that you want to create the link, or else suppose for the teachers 10th standard class link, daily links they want to insert here, then I'll write here my subject, that is IT, and I want to add the links here. Okay, so I want to add the links of IT subject here. So for that, I'm going to insert the hyperlink. So how to insert the hyperlink here now? You just have to click on this insert. From here, you just have to select the hyperlink. Either it will be from the internet, that link will be present in the internet, it will be present in the mail and news, it will be present in my document which is there in the computer. Okay, so I want to take from the that link from the document. Yes, any doubt? Any doubt you have?
No, ma'am.
Okay, if I want
You
to,
are not audible.
yes, what happened? Any doubt, students?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Now if I want to create the, insert the link from the document, okay, just you have to click on this document, you just have to select the file from this. Here you can select any file where you have the link. Now I'll take one link from here which I took the computer class. Okay, I took the 8th standard class and my link is here. So I'll take this one, and if I'll click on apply and close, you can see the link of this. If I'll just click on this link, you will go to that video where you have where I took the class of that. Okay, so this you understood how to insert the link. This
Yes,
I
ma'am.
took the link from my document which is already there in my computer. If you want to insert the link from the news, that is from mail, if you want to take the link from the online, also you can insert that link from the online also. If you have to select this, you have to go internet, what you want to select. If you want to select this one, just have to copy and you have to add there. So add that link, what you want to go, which link you want to send, just apply, close. You can go directly to that link if after selecting that one. This is how from the internet you can select the link. If you want to select the different link from internet only, if you want to select the link of in songs and all, that also link you can select this whole link, Control C, and you can copy that link here. You will go directly apply, close. You will go to that directly link which you want to means see the Hindi songs and all. This is how to insert the link from the internet. These both things you understood.
Yes, ma'am.
In this hyperlink now, as I said, you have two types. One is your relative hyperlink and one more is your absolute hyperlink. So as I said, this is the important question for you. They will ask you the difference between relative hyperlink and the difference between absolute hyperlink. Okay, so what do you mean by relative hyperlink now? So in relative hyperlink, in the sense, it contains the partial address. It means what now? Suppose I'll open my one file from the documents. Now for this file, now for this, any one of the file from this, suppose if I'll go to my properties, okay. So here in this, I'll go to my properties. As you can see, address of this it will show as full in the properties, but relative hyperlink in the sense it will show only the partial address. As you can see here in property, it will show my location, it is present in C drive, in users it is present in admin, and in documents it is present. So whatever this address it is showing, but in relative hyperlink it will show that address means half it will show. As you can see here, database 1 it is saved as database 1 and it is present in users, admin and documents. But in relative hyperlinks it will not show the fully, it will show the half address, half partial address it will show. That is relative hyperlink. But in absolute hyperlink it will show full address. Okay, it will not show half address, it will show the address as fully. That is one difference between the relative hyperlink and absolute hyperlink. In relative hyperlink it contains a partial address, that it will show the half address, but absolute hyperlink the address which is there, the location which is there, it will show the fully or it contains full address. Okay, the second difference between the relative hyperlink and absolute hyperlink is that whenever I am saving the links after inserting my link, whenever I am saving that link, that time what will happen if that is in only one drive. As you can see here, it is present in my documents and it is present in C drive. Suppose my relative hyperlink, if that is present in only,
Audio not audible.
my voice is not audible. Just wait, I'll check. What happened to that speaker? Am I audible now? Okay. So now here in relative hyperlink, the first difference is it contains partial address. As you can see, whatever the address here, that it is full, but it will show the partial address. But in absolute hyperlink, it will show the full address. It will not show the half address. That is first difference. Second difference is that in relative hyperlink, if that file is saved in two different files, in the sense now this database 1 is saved in only one drive, that is in C drive. If by mistake, if that location means if this file location, if it is saved in two different files, then it will means stops its working. It will stop its working if it will present in two different files. Okay, but in absolute hyperlinks, if the locations are present in two different files also, it will not stop working. It will work. That is the second difference. Understood the second difference? As you can see, this database 1 file is present in my only C drive. If it is present in two drives, that is C drive and D drive, then that hyperlink will stop working. But if it in absolute hyperlink, even though if it is present in two drives, if it is means saved in two drives also, the that absolute hyperlink will not stop working. It will work. And the third difference is that whenever it is get saved in two different location, then it will relative link will break. Okay, and in absolute hyperlink it will not break even though if it is saved in two different drives. That difference you have to write in relative hyperlink and absolute hyperlink. You all understood about the difference between the relative and absolute hyperlink?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt you have in that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so the next part of this unit we will see in the next class. Okay.